not sure. Hey guys, I'm here with Ted Judy and we are at the Custom Aquariums warehouse.
Welcome to Custom Aquariums.
Yeah, it's so exciting. They flew me all the way here from Florida. This is in Wisconsin, so it's like across the entire country, okay? So no big deal. But it's super exciting. I already had the full tour of the whole place and I filmed a video of it, so I'll be posting that on my channel in the next 1 or 2 weeks here. But in the meantime, since I'm here with Ted and we can check everything out, I wanted to do a quick live just walkthrough of this area so you guys can see a little sneak peek before the full video.
This is the glass shop. It's a little quieter in here now. Earlier today when she was here, we were in here filming. We were in full production mode. We have a lot of tanks to build, lots on the floor. But everything is quiet in here now. We actually had to turn the lights back on, so we have the whole place to ourselves. So we're going to show you around and show you some of the machinery. We'll be able to explain what it does, but I'm not the guy to use it, so we won't be able to turn anything on for you.
No.
But we can show you some of the stuff that's on the floor and answer some questions.
Yep. All right. So behind us here are, what do they call these, crates of glass?
Yeah, this is how the glass arrives to us when we buy from glass manufacturers. Each of those wood pallets that you see is full of very large, like 14 feet by 8 foot pieces of glass. You can actually see one right over here behind you that's on the table before it gets set out. There we go. Yeah, it's probably easier to look at this way.
Yeah.
So if I come over here, you can come and see on this side. This is a piece of 1/2 inch solid plate glass, and this crate is what it is stored in vertically. And this table over here, this is one of the float tables, and then what happens is the glass is going to be flopped down onto the float table. And then
They drop the glass. They drop it. Somebody goes up there, way up there on a ladder, and just drops it down. And guess what, guys? I got to do it.
Let me see if we can. Set the power. Oh, this is on off.
I think he's trying to turn on the table. It's like an air hockey table.
No, it's not coming on. Okay,
Yeah.
So, but normally the air on the table would lift the glass up, and you actually be able to slide this glass around easy. She'll show you that in the video a little later. She shows you that.
Yeah, when I do the full video for my channel, you guys will see them cutting the glass. It's really cool.
And then
Super
that machine is a CNC cutter, and this is a computer screen, and all we have to do is dial in the sizes and pieces of glass that we need, the dimensions, and that machine will measure the glass on the table, and then we'll simply cut all the etches we need, and then it'll help us break it.
Yeah, pretty insane. So, and these are like huge pieces of glass we're talking about. Look at this aquarium. Ted, stand next to this. So, and this isn't even not even close to the biggest one, but
this isn't even the big one.
Man, that's like, and then there's a bigger one over here.
This is a
so exciting.
well, it doesn't have the dimensions on the 96, basically 96 by 30 by 24.
It's huge. And then, do they still have those panels of glass
no, they
over
moved them
here?
over onto the truck. You're gonna take those to temper.
They have some bigger panels of glass somewhere else. I'll show you guys, but
Here, show them this. This is the edges of the glass after it's been beveled and polished. We bevel and polish all the edges of the glass. Every edge that goes into the aquarium is cleaned up so that it's perfectly smooth, has a nice beveled edge to it. If you show them this one here, this is the piece of glass that has not been beveled and polished yet. So it is very rough. It'll actually cut you if you're not careful.
could hurt pretty bad.
And then this machine right here in front of us, this is the polisher. And basically when this is running all day long, it's the loudest machine in here. And you run the glass through it one edge at a time, and you have to rotate it and bring it all the way back over to the other side of the machine and put it back through again. So this piece that's on here, it's basically on a conveyor belt that just pushes it through the beveler. This one looks like it's been through once, and every piece of glass goes through twice. So one of the most time-consuming parts of building an aquarium is the amount of time it takes to go through the edger. So like every single one of these 6 foot long, actually this is probably 8 foot long, whatever, but this long edge, probably takes 5 to 10 minutes per edge to go through. So if you can imagine, you have almost 2 hours of edging on a big aquarium just to polish the edges of the glass. So it's one of the most bottleneck points or time-consuming points in the construction of a lot of tanks.
Someone asked, is this for my big tank in the middle of my fish room? It's for all the tanks that I'm getting for my new fish room. Custom Aquariums saw what I was doing with my fish room rebuild, and Ted reached out to me and said, hey, we make aquariums. Do you want us to make your aquariums for you? Which is awesome. So they're doing a full...
Here's one of hers.
Here's one of mine over here. Let's show you guys. They're doing a full wall of aquariums on racking systems. And this is one of my aquariums that's actually going in my fish room. So I got to help put the frame on the top.
It says right there, Jenny Links.
Yep, Jenny Links, solid gold. So there's 4 of them here that are in progress, and the next part will just be working on the rack that they're going to sit inside of.
Right. So after the glass is polished and goes to that machine, it goes to the washer. This is currently the biggest aquarium that we have sitting in the room right now. So yeah.
You could swim in that thing, like seriously. That's so awesome.
They're gonna keep the Loch Ness Monster in this.
Yep. The Loch Ness Monster is real. We determined.
And then it goes into the washer.
This is the washer. So after the glass has been handled so much, they have to wash it off. And then there's also, this whole thing is full of lights. So it lights up the glass from behind, and you can actually see scratches or smudges really well that for some reason, didn't come off on the washer, which would be hard to believe because that's a pretty intense washer.
So you were looking for it earlier. This is the panels of the glass that you were asking a few minutes ago, Jenny, about. The largest aquarium that we've ever built is in the process of being built. The panels are on the side of this truck because they're going to a tempering company where tempered glass is stronger and doesn't break as easily. Mm-hmm. So for this really, really large tank, we're going to temper all the glass. We can temper the glass after we drill all the filtration holes and everything in it. Then we'll get it back, and then we'll build the aquarium. So this aquarium, I think Adam said it was 12 feet long, 5 feet wide, and 4 feet tall.
6 feet tall, I think.
6 feet tall, maybe it's
or
6 feet wide and 4 feet tall.
Yeah.
4 feet is the biggest one we'll make so far. So it's really big, and it's going to some
That's
place
about
near
how
Lake
big,
Okeechobee in Florida.
That's about how big my big tank is going to be.
Yes, it will be.
For the middle of the room in my fish room.
And then what else can we show them? Well, the room is just completely full of aquariums. Every aquarium you see out here on the floor is curing. It's in the process of having the silicone cure so that it can be finished out before it can be shipped out. Right now we are shipping somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 15 aquariums a week. That's about how much our pace is. But right now I counted earlier today, there are 27 aquariums on the floor today. A year ago, this would have been 8, 10 aquariums on the floor. So thank you to everybody that has made Custom Aquariums such a successful company over the past year. We're really proud of the work that we do, and we're also very grateful that people put their confidence in us into building big aquariums.
And there's no reason they shouldn't, because I mean, I saw the whole process today, and the attention to detail is really, really cool to see. So much attention to detail. Every little thing is thought about and checked and double checked and triple checked before it gets sent to the customer.
This is our hole saw. Now, so I can't show you, but what's different about our hole saw is that it drills the hole from 2 sides, both bottom and top at the same time. So you get nice even holes. So I can find a piece of glass that's got a nice hole in it.
There should be plenty.
There you go. So a nice even round hole.
And that would be for the filtration, like the overflow
Right.
and the return.
This is for the H2 overflow, and this one is for the return. So this one's got 2 H2 overflows and 1 return coming back from it. And we'll build them. We'll build them, drill holes, whatever sizes that you need. It doesn't have to use our filtration. Of course, we think our filtration is pretty good, but we often will get phone calls or orders for people that are replacing an aquarium that has a problem, or an older aquarium. and we have to make them to the exact same hole specifications to match the filter system that's already there or the stand that's already there. But we can do that. That's why we're Custom Aquariums.
Yeah, they can literally do anything. Like with my order, they probably are regretting working with me because I'm just like, oh, can it also have this? And I also need this. I also need to put a heat mat under the tank because it's for a leopard gecko, and they're not really set up to do that, but they can be. So yeah, it's just like so many details.
We can show them. We didn't show them the
Overwhelming.
frames. You're going to show them frames in detail, but
Yeah.
this is the all aluminum anodized aluminum frame. Has got these removable cross pieces so that if Jenny wanted to put in a big, huge. Well, here's a really good example. You talked about doing faux backgrounds or solid backgrounds.
Like a fake rock background,
Right,
3D.
you can get some that are flexible, and flexible ones can bend, but some of them aren't flexible. So if you had one that wasn't flexible, while the tank is not full of water, you can pull out this cross piece, install your background, put the cross piece back, and it's just as good to go.
Yep. Yep.
Anybody have any
That's about it.
questions?
Yeah, does anyone have any questions for Ted and I while we're here? Let's see. Questions, people. Oh, they're going by too fast now. I should be careful what I wish for. Do you build these tanks specifically for aquatics? Can you select if you have tanks for reptiles? Can it be changed for that? Yes.
Actually, we do, and we actually have two companies here. One is Custom Aquariums. The other one is Custom Cages. If you go to customcages.com, you'll see our full line of reptile caging. We can also build the aquariums for reptiles if you want, but the reptile cages have nice sliding glass doors on the front and things like that. We can put different types of tops on the front of these aquariums. If you'd like a screen top or a sliding glass top or a sliding screen top, we can do that on top of the aquariums for reptiles. A lot of people buy them for reptiles.
Yeah, there's so many different options as I'm learning. What's the first tank you'll be setting up? I'll be setting up one of these first, and these will be stacked one on top of the other, so it'll be a rack of two. So I'll be setting both of those up together at the same time with Goldfish.
Yep, and she'll be getting 4 at once. So
Yeah.
she'll get her first 2 units, which will have 2 aquariums per unit. So she'll have a few tanks to work with.
And when is your big tank getting delivered? That'll be the
Delivered?
last. Yeah, that'll be the last one.
Right now it's a concept.
Yeah, we still haven't ironed out all the details. Guys, there's been so many details to iron out. It's not something I was expecting at all, but it's been really cool and exciting and fun because there are so many different options. When they say custom aquariums, they truly mean custom because you can customize every tiny little last detail, and that's why they need so many details from me about what I want, what I'm using it for, etc., what kind of equipment I'm putting in the tanks. So yeah, with the 2,000 gallon, there's going to be an insane amount of details to
I
go
think what we
over.
explained to Jenny today was we have a new piece of stand technology that we're in the process of perfecting. It's actually, the prototypes have worked really well. We can scale them up to be any size, and that's one of the things that we are going to make sure we have perfected because we'd like her to be able to use that stand. It's a stronger stand, it's an easier to install stand, and it's easier to ship stand, and it doesn't come all in one piece, which means it's going to be able to fit inside her door pretty easily.
Yeah. And I made sure to get the largest door that I could afford to. It's
Right.
8-foot door. Someone asked how many dedicated Goldfish tanks will I have. There's going to be, 520 gallons for Goldfish. I'm also probably going to get 2 stacked blue tubs for Goldfish, which will each be about 120 gallons. So that's a lot of Goldfish space, I would say. All right, any other questions? Let's do a couple more questions and then we're going to wrap up, guys. What kind of warranty is there? Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Our aquariums have a lifetime warranty so long as you put them on one of our stands. That's important because nobody's stands are created equal. I can show you some pretty interesting pictures of things that people have put aquariums on which aren't meant to hold that kind of weight. So if you buy the aquarium and the stand from us, we will guarantee it for life.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Let's see, one more question. How much do you charge for, say, a 55-gallon tank? I feel like that's going to be a complicated question to answer.
Well, it will be a complicated question to answer. Now, one thing I'll tell you is that our technology that we use to build these aquariums, the engineering that goes in the aquariums, makes for an extremely strong aquarium. We very rarely build aquariums that as small as a 55-gallon tank. It's really funny. Earlier today, we were talking about Jenny's tanks. They're all 120 gallons, and one of our engineers said, "Yeah, but on tanks this small." And I'm like, "Small? All right. Well, welcome to Custom Aquariums, where a 120-gallon tank is a small tank." So a 55-gallon tank from us would cost a few $100s. But it's built quite a bit differently, and it's quite a bit safer and quite a bit stronger than what you're going to pick up off the shelf.
It's built like a literal tank.
Yeah, it's like a tank. So it also depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a very inexpensive aquarium, then this probably isn't the place to come. But if you're looking for a really big aquarium and a really strong, safe, secure, and dependable aquarium, you'll find if you compare prices on equivalent tanks, equivalent size, we're pretty affordable. And our prices of aquariums over $2,000 include shipping to you. So anywhere in the continental United States, if the order includes a tank and it's $2,000, we ship it to your curb. We won't help you get it inside. You need some friends to do that, but we will get it to your house.
Someone asked what's going in the 2,000-gallon aquarium. I'm leaning pretty heavily
Alligators.
towards not alligators, probably koi. I've always loved koi. The only problem was I didn't have enough space for them, so now that I'll have a huge tank, it only makes sense for me to have koi in them. Plus, they're kind of like goldfish in a lot of ways. It's kind of similar to goldfish, so I feel like it fits with my brand, so to speak. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for the live stream today. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys enjoyed this live video. I will be posting it as a replay, so if you missed some of it, you can watch it again too. I hope everyone has a very happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. And until next time, stay gold.
Bye-bye. Thank you.